They are one of our oldest enemies, a scourge that has been brewing in the east. Tiny biters, to leg towers of death, bulldozers of sentries and fences, bile-spewing diver melters, invisible ambush hunters, and moving hills with giant face tentacles. These are a few descriptions of these giant nightmare bugs. Here I will show you the battlefield variants of these monstrosities, weak points, and a few builds to get you started. My name is Sergeant Poe, and this is your enemy encounter on the Eastern Front. The Terminids.
Giant bugs are here for you. Be ready, dial, that's your cue. QA's fear to go. To hell we die to save the show. Large and small, come on and all. Terminids are here to fight. The Helldivers must set this right. QA just fear to go. To hell we die to save the show. Large and small, come on and all. The Terminids are here to fight. The Helldivers must set this right. QA just fear to go. To hell we die to save the show. We will fight them all. Helldivers answer the call.
Another victory for the right side of history.
Now when killing these giant roaches, we have to ask ourselves, why? A simple word every American knows.
Wow.
Or element 710 if you want to be specific. So let's get started and turn these fascist insects into biofuel to power the Super Earth war machine. These angle biters are the smallest terminids. Scavengers to start with are the typical little guy you see almost everywhere. It can be killed by any weapon in 1 or 2 hits. The jumper is a little guy who comes flying at you from half a mile away to land right next to you, and they can bring your stratagems back, so be careful. The bile spitter embodying its name spits a cloud of acid at you. These bugs don't do much damage, however if you get stuck on a crowd of them, they can kill you very quickly. Coming in light gray armor, warriors make the backbone of the Terminid fighting force. Not much to say on them, easy to kill, much like the ankle biters. A bug similar to the warrior, but a bit tougher, is the hive guard. They have a shielded head that can repel light penetrating shots. You can use a medium penetrating weapon or circle behind them to take them out. A problematic bug is the hunter. You'll recognize these annoying fellas by attempting to flank you and their screeching when attacking you. They are some of the most annoying bugs around, and I highly recommend killing them quickly. Here we have the Brood Commander. They can take a beating and even attack you after their head is gone. Their main attack is by charging straight at you, and they can call in a small group of warriors to help them, so kill them quickly. The walking water balloons are the Nursing Spewer and the Bile Spewer. Nursing Spewers are brown, while the Bile Spewers are green. Their main attack is belching diver melting goo. The fastest way to kill them is to pop their gross backsides or to shoot them in the face. I recommend aiming for their backsides. It allows them to explode, which can damage other bugs nearby. On higher ranking missions, you will encounter 2 specific bugs that can be a nightmare to deal with. The easiest to see would be the Shriekers. These flying razor blades specialize in diverting your attention to the sky and away from other Terminids, and dive bombing you. Fortunately, they are easy to kill, if you can hit them. They spawn from strange tree-like structures and will stop when you destroy them. Now I mentioned they are way easier to see. Stalkers are far worse. They are invisible most of the time and attack from behind. So unless you can get away fast or have a machine gun on you, you will probably die within seconds. Stalker nests are really hard to spot unless you know what they look like on the map. So a way to take out the nests is to go the opposite direction of where the stalkers are coming from. And if you come across two of them at the same time, you are very close. Destroy the stalker nest as soon as you can, or the stalkers will harass you and your team the entire time. One of their biggest giveaways is their breathing. If you can locate their position before you see them, you have a chance. These Terminids are the biggest and the baddest, the most common being the Charger, and embodies his name by trying to run you over. This isn't a problem, however, if you have anti-tank weapons. The Charger has a cousin called the Charger Behemoth. The only major difference is the design of the creature, so the same tactics can be used to kill it. When you hear Impaler, you probably imagine a giant bug with a giant piercing horn, or a big stinger. Not a walking hell. This enormous mass of heavy armor is often very hard to find, because it walks around quietly and you only know it's there because of giant tentacles sticking out of the ground. When it does this, you have a chance to shoot its face, so be fast. Anti-tank weapons and popping a thermite on their faces or airstrikes work great against them. The Bile Titan, or Death on Stilts, is the hardest kill out of the bunch. Because most of the big bugs are close to the ground, these guys will get your whole team's attention, and they have their own bug holes and giant nests. So the second these guys show up, kill them quickly or they will be a bane of the entire mission. Aim your anti-tank weapons at his face, or try to position a 500 kg bomb to blow it up. The majority of Terminids are melee-centered, allowing Helldivers an advantage when in combat. Building your gear around this idea and weapons for taking out multiple targets is a great place to start. The build I run focuses on taking the bulk of light enemies and having a lot of movement. I have the explosive crossbow as my primary, the ultimatum as my secondary for extra boom, the thermite grenades. I wear medium armor with engineering kit passive, my stratagems are eagle strike, stalwart, jetpack, and gatling sentry. Of course not everyone has this gear unlocked yet or knows how to use it, so I will show you a build with weapons from the first war bond. First we have medium armor with medkit passive for additional stims for you and maybe your teammates. Our anti-tank and horde clearing weapon is the autocannon. For our primary, we will have the breaker spray and pray, the redeemer as our secondary, along with frag grenades. The first two weapons will defend you if bugs get too close, and the grenades will close bug holes. Builds will vary from diver to diver. You may use only one build for all factions, or a build for just one mission. I encourage you to try different weapons and equipment to find your build. These giant roaches have been giving us trouble since the beginning of the war. It does not help that many Helldivers view the Eastern Front as just pest control. I find it irritating that 2 entire sectors have been left in enemy hands, each only having 2 plants held by bug scum. These have been held by an enemy most, if not all, my time as a Helldiver. I am positive with enough effort both sectors can be liberated. Besides all that, it is my hope we will liberate more sectors and dive into the gloom. I think we should start taking another look into the giant cloud. Termits will spread throughout the galaxy unless we hold them, so I encourage you to take the fight to them. The next encounter, we will see the variety and danger of the automatons. I am Sergeant Poe, for Super Earth and Democracy.
Marching with Sergeant Poe, with you high and low, marching straight and true. Raise your rifles, he's watching you. Salute Super Earth on your way, for every diver to save the day. With you high and low, soon you will be marching marching like Sergeant Poe. With you high and low, with you high and low, marching straight and true, raise your rifles, he's watching you. Salute Super Earth, on your way, for every diver to save the day. With you high and low, soon you will be marching, marching like Sergeant Poe.